This is a very brief explanation of the stitching system for metarooms. So in this example, I have these 4 blocks, and each of these blocks symbolizes the metaroom. And so we have the gray one, the red one, the cyan one, and the white one. And each of these metarooms has its own map. So if I want to stitch 2 together, say I want to stitch this red one to this gray one, then what's going to happen is that I'm going to say stitch it onto it there. And this will update the gray one's map so that he has this other one here, and he'll update the red one's map so that it also has one there. So it's reflexive that way. And similarly, if I take this blue one and I stitch him onto the gray one too, the gray one's going to put that on his map and say, well, this one's touching the red one, so it needs to go into that one's map too, like that. So that's rule 1. Rule 2. If I stitch these together like this, I'm not allowed to do it again like that. This isn't allowed because this one would have 2 metarooms in his map that are the same. And each metaroom can only be in another metaroom's map once. So that's not allowed. It's also not allowed to put one like that. It can't attach to itself. But you can do this. Connect that one to that one. And this one to that one. And that one to this one. And so all in all, we get these maps. And this is how you do a loop back. You start with this one, go to that one, you appear in this one's map, go there, there, bam, bam. And so that's how you get a loop back like Albia has. So that's rule 3, I think. So rule 4. Say I start with this one, attach it on there. So now I have this. And I take this blue one, and I'm going to attach him here. Should be there. Yeah, it should be there. And so currently the maps look like this. And I'm going to attach this white one right there. And I'm also going to attach it there. Now, this is an example of if these were overlapped, then like this shouldn't work because the white one would be next to itself. It wouldn't like connect properly. But this is allowed because each metaroom has its own little map, and it doesn't know that this contradicts. Similarly, I can take that one and put it there. Take this one and put it. I don't have enough room here. Take this one and put it there. To have these 2 with a very small gap between them. And this one and put it there. And now in this case, all you can imagine that'd be about there. And in this case, the white one and the black one are overlapping. So if I go here and then down and then over and then back, then I'm not back where I started. I'm somewhere else. This is also allowed. So when these are stitched together, the screen can go there. That's okay. It can go to corner if everything's defined. But if I have, say, the screen is, let's say I have an arrangement where it's there, it's there, and that's there. And the screen occupies this space, and it's officially in the white one. It's not going to be able to render things that are in this gray one. And similarly, you can't calculate distances of things that are in the gray one because it's too far away. But it can render things that are in the green one and the red one fine. Because it's considered to be in the white one, it's using the white one's map to determine what it can render. This is the actual reason that I can't have things connect to themselves. So one possible use of this for a metaroom is you can imagine that. Oh, also for rooms to connect, they need to be up against the edge of the metaroom. And when two rooms become adjacent to each other after a stitch, they become permeable. And you can't really change the permeability of those yet. I have an idea for it, but it's not fully baked yet. So you can imagine having a set of metarooms that are each like small rooms, like 800 by 600, and is sort of sticking them together differently every time the install script works to have different permutations of a metaroom. So it's different each time. Things like that. You can do things like that. That's the point. That's all. That's the stitching system.